Welcome to the Live from South College podcast. I'm your host, Kathleen Stockham. The Live from South College podcast is your source for all South College activity, including new student information, deep dives into our 100 plus programs and concentration, tools of the trade, and even live on location from all of our campuses. Great interviews with faculty, staff, deans, and hear from South College students and alumni in their own words. From certificates all the way to doctoral degrees, catch up with Live from South College for the lighter side of helping your dreams find direction. Well, the caps and gowns are on, the smiles are gleaming, and the confetti is being thrown. We are at the commencement ceremonies for our Knoxville online and CBE students being held at the gorgeous Knoxville Convention Center. I am so excited to walk around the thousands of people here and talk to graduates, families, faculty, and other well-wishers from all over the country that have gathered for this incredible day and what they've worked so hard for. And this is a bonus episode too. I'm also interviewing the graduates and their families at the commencement ceremonies for our Nashville campus being held at the famous Grand Ole Opry. It was a complete blast to go to two different ceremonies with smiles and success all around. Enjoy the graduation live on location in Knoxville and Nashville. Let's go. All right, we're excited to be here at the hooding and pinning for Knoxville CBE and online graduation, and I have run up and ambushed a hooding candidate. So what's your first name?
Parley,
Hi, and what program are you getting your doctoral degree in?
education, EDD.
Okay, first of all, what led you to EDD and what do you plan to do now once you're done?
So I'm a school teacher down in Florida, and I'm looking to expand my knowledge. And I've always wanted to, have the PhD. It's been a goal of mine for several years. And after researching all the universities, I really like the comprehensive-based program at South College. So I chose it, and it took me about 2 years, and I finally got it complete.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, the CBE program is very popular. All right, so what subject do you teach?
I teach drones.
Oh my gosh, so you teach students how to do drones. That's amazing. How in the world did you get into that?
All right. So down in Florida, we got a grant for the middle school and the high school. So we have two middle schools and the high school. And the grant allows me at the middle school level to introduce them to drones, the safety, the requirements, the FAA regulations. And at the end of it, they take a test. And if they pass the test, they've got level 1 safety certification. It allows them to go to high school and complete the other 2 or 3 courses they need to be a commercial drone pilot, real estate, oil companies, anything that needs a drone. They can leave high school with a certification.
Okay, that was not on my bingo card this morning. That is amazing. So for the EDD program, the great part is that it's asynchronous. You can go as fast or as slow as you want, get to it, take off a week if you need to. What did you find to be the most challenging about the EDD?
The EDD program has the doctoral dissertation as its last class. And since I've never done a dissertation before, understanding the 5 chapters and how they build upon each other was something that was very unique and had a challenging learning experience. But having gone through the process, looking back, it made so much sense how South College here has it structured. Okay.
Oh, that's great. And I think the other part about the EDD, which I think a lot of incoming students have questions about, is the fact that it's a 6-month subscription. So you basically can go as fast or as slow as you want. And then it's just a continuing subscription program. How did you like that?
I am very self-motivated. I was able to get about 8 classes done in the first 12 months. So about every 6 weeks, I was finishing a class. That's while being a teacher, working my other part-time jobs, coaching, and being in the National Guard. So I managed to balance 3 jobs and go to school and complete a class every 6 weeks.
That's impressive. So he's here with his lovely family, cute little kid here. I want to go talk to him for just a second. Hey, can I talk to you for a second? Are you proud of your dad?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think it's pretty cool that he's going to become a doctor and he's going to actually be able to do a lot more? What do you think about that?
He can get more money so I can get more Pokemon cards.
That is the most honest answer I've heard. Thank you both so much. That was awesome. All right, continuing to ambush more more excited doctoral candidates walking in. What's your first name?
My first name is Andrea.
Okay, Andrea, and what are you getting your doctoral hooding for today?
Doctoral of Organizational Leadership in Education.
Fantastic. So you're getting the EDD. Okay. And what led you to that?
Actually, I just, when I was in high school, somebody had dared me to go all the way and said, that I wouldn't be able, one of those students that would. And so it's always been with me that secretly I've had this goal to get a doctoral education. And so when I graduated from WGU, I looked for a place that had a similar online criteria. And when I found South College, I knew it was going to be the exact fit for me because I am a full-time worker. And so it's very stressful to go to classes that are traditional. So doing something at your own pace and doing something that is inspiring, such as leadership during COVID, I was a leader on the front lines and found that I actually have a true gift to lead teams such as the National Guard and large teams for healthcare workers. So that passion combined with that secret goal from, 12th grade was really a great fit for South College. And the teachers were really great. I thought the curriculum was outstanding. And I really thought that they tried to support you as best as they could the whole process.
That's fantastic. I love the fact that it's motivation you carried from being a young girl and that it's kind of followed you all the way through adulthood. That's amazing. So, what was like probably the most challenging thing that you found in the program?
I'm not a strong writer, so that dissertation paper was really giving me a lot of anxiety, and I really had to dig deep to not do the mistakes that I kept getting feedback on. But over time and with great feedback, the teachers really helped you learn your writing style, and you didn't want to continue to do those same mistakes.
That's amazing. So, for your dissertation, which I know we now have a choice between doing a dissertation and a capstone project, if you had it to do all over again, would you still do the dissertation?
Well, I wouldn't, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad that they forced me to do it because it really does make you dig deep and it really does make you do all of that research. And at the end, you're really glad you went through it. So I think really having the teachers there for support and really facing that fear was a great combination. I wasn't doing it alone. And I think having that group of support really led me to feel I could accomplish it and I could do it.
I love it. We're just gonna throw away all of our commercials for DBA now. We're just gonna have you. That's awesome. So what are you gonna do now that you're getting out?
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking about learning how to juggle, but I don't know. I don't really know right now what I want to do. Sitting back and really trying to take in graduation is really important for me right now.
I love it. I think you're gonna do a very good job. Thank you so much. All right. Hey, what's your first name?
Danielle,
Okay, Danielle, and we're here all in the regalia. So what are we getting today?
my doctorate in business administration
Awesome. Okay. How'd you find South College?
online. I just found it through Facebook.
I love it. That makes this marketer very happy. All right. But seriously, what do you want to do now that you're done? So what happens now?
Well, I'm the administrator of a large physician practice, and I plan on staying there. This was just a personal goal of mine to get it, and my grandmother always encouraged me to get it. And she passed away last April, and so here we are.
I love it. What a great way to honor her. And of course, she's here with a bunch of family. They're all carefully backing away as I stand here with a microphone. Okay, awesome. All right, hubby, what do you think?
That's awesome. She's worked extremely hard to get to this point, and a lot of people don't realize when you work a full-time job like she's done, what it's taken to get to this point. So we're really proud of her.
That's awesome. And she's been able to do this asynchronously, which means it's not a class, it's not a time. She can take a week off. She can work on it 5 days straight with no sleep. It's up to her. How do you feel about that? And as the spouse, was that easier for you that she could take her time?
Watching her do this, she didn't take her time. It was 24/7, 7 days a week. This was top priority, and she got this done. It's pretty amazing to watch what she's accomplished in the amount of time she's done this in, and the respect from her peers that she works with that acknowledge this. It's pretty good accomplishment.
Oh, I love that. All right. And then kind of the final. Oh, wait, we have a dad. All right. Okay, Dad, what do you think?
Hi.
Well, hi.
What are you asking me?
Well, what do you think? Are you proud? Are you excited?
Yeah, she's our oldest, and she's always been amazing since she's that tall. She's pretty cool. Anyway, we're proud of her. She has worked hard. She works hard anyway, from daylight to dark, and then doing this.
That's amazing. And you're a mom too? Oh my goodness. So you're balancing a full-time job, you're going to school full-time to get your doctorate degree, and you're a mom. Okay, what's your secret?
Prayer. Lots of prayer.
Amen to that. That's awesome. Congratulations. Thank you.
you. Thank you.
All right, I've wandered up on a very familiar face. I have run across Miss Carrie Major, who, if you've listened to, I believe it's either episode 10 or 11 regarding admissions, she's actually here getting her doctoral degree. All right, Carrie, congratulations.
Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate it.
All right, so what are we getting today?
So it's the Doctorate of Education with a specialization in organizational leadership.
Okay, so I know how hard you work because I see you every day. How hard has it been to do this, and how hard has it been to hold down a full-time job and go to school?
So I would say that it has been a challenge at times, but it's so worth it. I've been able to work full time and still in the evenings take my classes and do some research. I travel and I've been able to do it in hotels, so it's nice that it is online and at my own pace as well. So it's been very, very doable.
Okay, I love that. And of course, the best part is I don't have to ask you what you're going to do after you graduate because I know what you do. And I see you every day. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, dear.
All right, continuing to ambush students as I see them in their regalia. What's your first name?
Frazier.
All right, Frazier. So what are you here for? What are you getting today?
I got the Doctor of Education in Instructional Design and Technology.
Oh, you're doing IDT. Very nice. You're one of the first ones I've met that's done the IDT program because it's relatively new. Congratulations. All right. How hard was it?
At the first core leadership classes, those were actually a little harder for me because I did a master's in IDT from University of North Carolina in Charlotte. And so, been an ID person for the past 10 years and I'm a college instructor. So a lot of the things, in the program, if it was easier, it was because of the life experience rather than, oh, wow, this is easy, right? And then the last classes in that program, you're building things that you can use other places. My college right now that I teach at, we're really big in AI and we're talking about the foundations of AI. So I built an entire course as a part of one of the classes that now we're using in production at school.
So I was going to ask you what you do and what you're going to do when you get out, but you already answered that. Where are you a teacher at?
So I'm a instructor at Central Piedmont Community College in Charlotte, North Carolina, in their IT division.
I lived in Union County once a long time ago. I know exactly where that is.
I'm a Wingate University grad.
Oh, wow. Okay. I do. Oh, wow. That's amazing. All right. How'd you find South College?
How did I find South College? I looked at it 3 or 4 years ago, right when the CBE program was starting. And I believe I found it on Reddit. And I had seen something about it on Reddit. I went to WGU I have 2 masters, one from UNC Charlotte, and then I got a WGU master's because I needed something in a subject area to be able to teach for IT. So I got that at WGU, and on the WGU subreddit, someone was talking about South College and their doctoral programs they're building in CBE. And I put that in the back of my head for like 2 years. And then once I started teaching full time at a community college, I was like, okay, now I need to go get the doctorate. It would have just been for, I wanted the title or funny hat, right? So
well, the hats are a little interesting, yes, but it's okay.
So, I found it there, applied, and just the connections that I've made have been wonderful. The faculty, the one-on-one interaction, they're friendships and relationships that I hope to keep for life. And, I finished my dissertation a month and a half ago, and I'm still talking to all the people that are a part of it and the community that's been made. So it's been great.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
All right, all these students are lined up, getting ready to go. So I'm going to ambush all of them here together. Yes, all of you here together. All right, what are you getting your program degree in?
My doctorate in organizational leadership.
Oh, very nice. What do you do right now?
I do consulting, government consulting.
Yes. All right, so are you excited? Ready to get it?
Yes, I am. The day is here. The day is here.
I love that. And what about you?
Master of Psychology. Okay, another psychology. Yes. Yep.
Awesome. Why South College?
I actually work for South College.
You're another one, guys.
See, we love it so much, right? That we trust our education here and want to continue it here. So
fantastic. What about you?
I got my master's degree in business administration.
Very nice. All right. What do you want to do?
Ideally, I want to get into some sort of leadership or management position.
Okay. All right, guys. What was the most difficult thing about your programs?
I didn't have any difficulty. I guess just planning around my work schedule.
Got it. Got it. What about you?
Essays, research and essays.
Very nice. And you were holding down like a full-time job trying to,
Yes, correct.
because you work for us, which is not an easy job. I love that. What about you? Are you working? Are you working currently, or did you do this as just like straight on school?
I actually work 2 jobs. So I work for South College in clinical compliance, and then I also serve on the weekends. So just balancing, school full time and 2 jobs is kind of difficult.
Right. Do you guys have any fun? Like, do you do anything fun?
Oh yes, I love to travel. That's my fun. That's the way it energizes me inside.
Yeah. Okay. What about you? What do you do for fun?
Yeah, I agree. I love to travel. We came down early to Knoxville so we could see Pigeon Forge and do all that stuff, go to Dollywood. So I'm the same, love to travel.
Welcome to Knoxville. Go have barbecue. You'll love it. All right. Thank you, guys. I'm going to scoot on down. Okay, good. All right. What you getting your degree in?
Organizational leadership, so Doctor of Education and Organization.
Very nice. What do you do currently?
Currently, I work for the Department of Behavioral Health.
So they're going to have to start calling you doctor from now on.
Absolutely.
I love that. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? How'd you find South College?
I was Googling, ironically, and I wanted a program that I could kind of move at my own pace with working full time. I needed something that fit my schedule, and I ended up stumbling across South College.
That makes me happy. I'm the chief marketing officer, so it makes me happy that somebody found it through Google. This is money well spent. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So what did you find the most challenging about the program?
Honestly, just kind of waiting for your grades to come in. That's the most challenging part. Other than that, it was smooth. The transition from class to class, the professors were extremely easy to contact. It was easy if you had an issue or something, you got hung up on something. They were always willing to help. So it wasn't stagnant at all. Absolutely.
No, I love that. That's awesome. So are you excited? Glad it's over?
Well, for me, it's not officially over. I still have to defend. So, but I mean, I kind of know my research.
You know your stuff.
Yeah. So I'm like, it kind of feels surreal to kind of celebrate, and I still have to defend, but I'm excited either way.
Well, congratulations. All right. I'm looking at you. Can I bother you and interview you for the podcast? All right. Yes, sir. All right. What are you getting today?
Doctorate of Education in Education and Leadership.
Very nice. What do you do currently?
I currently teach 7th grade math, and I'm also an adjunct professor at Sacramento City College.
Oh my goodness. Well, welcome to Knoxville. Come on down here. We're in line here. All right. So how did you find South College if you're in Sacramento?
Well, I took courses at Western Governors, and so I was looking for another CBE type program, and someone said, hey, check out South. And I did, and here I am.
And here you are. Are you excited? That's awesome. Oh, I love that. Well, go get your stuff. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right. I have wandered up on the trifecta of awesome. I have found a husband and wife team that are both graduating today, which is really exciting. All right. First name?
Shauna Norris. I'm sorry. I'm nervous.
She likes being a Norris. Neil.
See, and that's all that matters, right? Right. Okay. So you guys did this together, which that's got to be difficult. All right. How'd that happen?
That happened because Neil and I were pursuing our doctorates at other institutions for the past 7 years in and out. And then Neil was diagnosed with prostate cancer. So we had to take a complete pause from school. When we took that complete pause, we were looking for a program where we would kind of just bring what we've already worked on and try to find a program where we could possibly do it together after his recovery. We're parents of 3 teenagers. We have our own business. And once he was in his recovery stage, we were like, let's just do this. Let's get this done because we look at life a little differently now, don't we, honey?
Absolutely. And we want to thank Dr. Michael Patrick, who we had a great in-depth conversation with Dr. Patrick, who really, I can't even say convinced us to attend. He just demonstrated that he had a commitment to higher education and he understood the path that we were taking as non-traditional students and students who, had other things going on. So he gave us the opportunity to listen and learn more about South College. And we felt like it was the place for me initially. And then my wife said, hold up, I'm going to attend also. And we decided to take this journey together.
Oh, I love that. We love Dr. Patrick. He is awesome. All right. So then a question for you, and I'm happy to hear that you're in recovery. Congratulations on that. All right. So you've got teenagers, you obviously have jobs, you've got all this education that you got going on. What do you do in your free time? And they're like, what? What's free time?
Research?
Research.
We are just learners by nature. So Neil and I have known each other since 1999, so over 25 years, and we met in college. So we've always been each other's champion when it comes to educational pursuits, and it's something that we actually enjoy, right? So we find a way to kind of work into what we love to do, which is to learn, lifelong learners, honestly.
You want a new client?
But we also vacation a lot. We travel a lot. So while we vacation,
So that's part of learning as well. Learning other cultures, learning other languages, trying to immerse ourselves in different things, right? And we're still learning one another. Even though we've known one another for so long, we're still learning.
That's amazing. I bet you guys are awesome parents. I could just tell by listening to you.
Teenagers think that.
Because sometimes they're like, you guys are old. Like, my birthday was yesterday. Shauna's birthday is on Monday. And our kids wrote in the cards, you're old. Happy birthday. So,
yeah, well, my kids say that too. I understand. I have a 25-year-old and a 23-year-old, and and they say that, oh, you're so old, and it's like,
They don't get we've been where they've been, and we're still pretty cool looking parents. But I really want to thank South College. They've been so supportive through our journey, understanding our historical experience as executives for private companies, a Big Four for Neil, federal government for me for 20 years, and we were able to bring that experience to this educational journey, which really helped us a lot. So this program was really, really perfect for experienced, seasoned
yes, it is.
professionals. And I'm so grateful that it was made available.
all right. So what happens next?
What happens next is Neil and I, we just continue our journey. And then we're going to continue to build upon our research, which is to support organizations and psychological safety for workers. And we're hoping to turn our dissertations actually into publications.
Oh, love that.
And we're also going to continue our prostate cancer awareness. When I found out I had prostate cancer last year and I was diagnosed, my wife started a huge prostate cancer initiative where we partnered with institutions in the area to boost prostate cancer screenings for men. And with September and October coming up with Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, we want to make sure we continue those initiatives and spread awareness, because ultimately 1 in 8 men is going to be diagnosed with prostate cancer. And we're in the age group where we joke and say our check engine light is on, right? So we want to make sure that check engine light always signals something for us to go and get diagnosed, right?
And now they have to call you doctor.
Yes. The doctor with no patience that ends with a T, but patience that ends with CE, right?
Oh, I love that.
We are the kids we're the parents whose kids, don't know how great we still look and how active we
Hey, we're a product of the 80s. I know my hair hasn't left the 80s, so.
Listen, mine either. My makeup hasn't, okay?
Yes, we are.
Thank you guys so much. This was so awesome.
Thank you so much.
All right, we're live in Nashville. Really excited to wander up on a couple of these students here. Very excited to graduate. Hi, what's your first name?
I'm Haley,
Hi, Haley. All right, what are you getting today?
associates for dental hygiene.
Okay. Are you excited? I mean, is this like a big day? You ready?
Yeah, it's my first time graduating, so it's
All right. You passed your certification. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
I'm not quite sure yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Decisions. All right. Love that. All right. Hey, what's your first name?
Amber.
All right, Amber. So same thing, dental hygiene. Just guessing?
I am dental hygiene and associate and bachelor's.
Oh, very nice. You're double fisted. All right. Love that. Love that. What do you want to do?
Well, I just want to educate my patients, just do the best I can as a dental hygienist, honestly.
Okay. Love that. Do you have a particular area you want to go into?
No, ma'am. I'm honestly just looking around, honestly, just willing to try anything.
All right. Awesome. Congratulations. All right. What's your first name?
Sydney.
All right. Hi, Sydney. You're very tall. Make me feel very short. And you're also dental hygiene today?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Awesome. And where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
I'm not sure yet. I'm really open to like general dentistry, just work with everybody, all ages.
Love that. All right. So why South College?
They had the best dental hygiene program that I had heard of. Everybody was bragging on Miss Fisher, and So I wanted to try it out, and she's amazing.
That's Tammy Fisher. We love Miss Tammy. She's fabulous. Love that. All right. So, what's been like the hardest thing?
Just balancing just personal life and school. It's very hard especially when you're going for associates and bachelors at the same time. So you really have to dedicate all your time to school and then put your personal life aside to make sure you're focusing, getting good grades, and yeah.
But you did it. You're here. All right. That's awesome. All right. I'm going to come over here to these other folks. All right, guys. Going to ambush you. Sorry. All right. First name?
Hannah.
Hi. You have beautiful eyes, by the way. All right, Hannah. So here we are. Are you ready?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do now that you're done?
I'll probably just work in private practice somewhere. Dental hygiene. Yeah.
Right. What was the hardest thing through the program?
All of it. The probably pathology. Yes.
Okay. You want to elaborate that a little bit?
Just the tests were hard. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Got that. Got that. How'd you find South College?
I actually just Googled dental hygiene schools near me.
Oh, I love that. All right. As the marketer, that makes me very happy. Love that. Oh, and look at your little hat. Oh, I love that. All right. Very cool. Thank you. Congratulations. All right. First name?
Ivania.
All right, Ivania. All right. You excited? Big day?
Yeah, I'm very excited. As an only child, this is really special to me. Yeah.
Awesome. Love that. All right. Where do you want to go when you're done?
General practice, I want to stay out here in Nashville. I am from New York. I was planning to go back, but we're loving it here, so we're staying here.
Well, hey, y'all. Love that. It's Waffle House, isn't it? Is that?
Yeah.
I love that. How'd you find South College?
Like her, I searched it up. I actually went somewhere else because my husband's military. There was nothing there in Clarksville, so then I came out to Nashville, and my husband was like, "Are you sure you want to come here?" Because I came in, I checked everything. Everybody treated me awesome. So, and then I was like, "I want to stay here." He was like, "You don't want to look for more options?" I was like, "No, this is it."
That's awesome. That's amazing. Well, thank your husband for his service. All right. And then any advice you have for someone who's thinking about dental hygiene?
Definitely do it if you really want to do it. Have a passion for it, not just because it's something that's like, oh, maybe something I want to do. No, definitely have a strong passion for it because it's very heartwarming once you're in it and you're helping and providing for the public, for everyone.
I love that. We're just going to use you and not use any commercials anymore for dental hygiene. You're amazing. Thank you so much. All right. You look really scared. All right. First name?
Kennedy.
All right, Kennedy. What are you getting your program degree in?
CERT medical assisting.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. MA is a very popular program. How hard was it?
Not too bad, honestly.
All right. Love that. So what do you want to do now that you're getting out?
I want to try and get my feet wet, but I want to start out in cardiology.
Oh, wow. So you're going for the big stuff. Love that. Love that. How'd you find South College?
They came to my school.
Oh, okay. Good. Good.
Yeah.
So it was a high school recruitment. Okay, got that. And so you got all the information you need. And we do a lot of high school recruitment. That's awesome to hear. So any plans going in the future?
I don't know. I possibly want to go back to school to be either an LPN or PA. I haven't really decided yet, but I do want to go back to school.
Yeah, we have those programs, by the way. So just a little shameless plug out there. I love that. All right. Thank you so much. Congratulations. All right. First name?
Mona.
Hi, Mona. Welcome to the South College podcast. All righty. So what'd you get in your program degree in?
Medical assisting certificate.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So what do you want to do when you get out?
Well, I want to come back to get my RN.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Good.
And maybe work in the labor and delivery.
Oh, perfect. Babies. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Love that. How'd you find South College?
Well, I pass by it every single day, so
yeah,
that's how I know.
Well, that'll make our chancellor happy. We have these big, beautiful campuses right on major highways. He'll love to hear that. That's amazing. Congratulations. Thank you so much. All right. I'm going to bother these ladies. They're looking at me like I'm crazy. Hi, y'all. Welcome to the South College podcast. They're kind of like, maybe not. Love that. All right. First name?
Miriam.
Hi, Miriam. All right. What are you getting your program degree in today?
Nursing. The ASN.
You got the ASN. Fabulous. All right. So how'd you find South College?
The internet.
You found it on the, okay, Instagram ads. Okay. As the chief marketing officer, that makes me very happy. I love that. All right. When you pass your NCLEX, what do you want to do?
Work.
Okay. Where do you want to work?
Kids, but if not, maybe outpatient.
but kids, yeah.
Okay, so you want to be on the peds? Very nice, very nice. And do you have any other plans past that?
The end goal is NP.
Okay, so you want to do the nurse practitioner master's. We have that program and it's all online. Shameless plug. All right, I love that. Thank you. First name?
Marlene.
You have beautiful eyes. All righty. Well, I notice these things. This is what we do. So you're also getting your ASN?
Yes.
Okay. And how hard was the program?
It was pretty hard time management wise, mainly, but if you stick to your studying, I feel like you're good.
Okay, good. And you found like everything you need, even though I know it comes at a big
It
sacrifice.
has its ups and downs, but the resources are there.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right. How'd you find South College?
Internet as well.
All right. Again, the marketer in me is very happy to hear that. So do you have any advice for anyone out there who's thinking about the ASN program?
Do not wait till last minute to do assignments. Get them out of the way very fast.
Love that. All right. And I have another one, and she's angling away for me. She's giving me the side eye, so I will let her be. Congratulations, ladies. Thank you. All right. Ladies, can I talk to y'all for the South College podcast? They're all very lovely. All right. First name?
Dominique.
All right, Dominique, what are you getting your program degree in?
ASN.
Okay, so you're another ASN graduate. All right, awesome. So you passed the NCLEX. What do you want to do?
I'm going to the CCU.
Oh, very nice. Critical care. Why CCU? That's unusual. I usually hear labor and delivery or ER. Why CCU?
Because I'm focused. Like, I want to be able to focus on 2 patients and not 6.
All right, very nice. All right, first name?
Brianna.
Hi, Brianna, and you're also another ASN. Look at your little hat. That's very cute. Wow, she really went all out. That hat's something else. All right, passing the NCLEX, then what?
Emergency room.
Okay, ER, ER's hard. ER's hard. There's a lot going on in there. All right, so what advice do you have for someone who's thinking about joining the ASN program? Not sure yet. What advice would you give them?
Just do it. I wish I would have done this years ago, but I was too scared. And then I hit my 30s and was like, all right, this is time to do it.
You do not look like you're in your 30s, for the record. Wow. Yeah, you look, I was going to guess like 23 maybe. Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. All right, awesome. Thank you. What's your first name?
Kelly.
Okay, and again, another lovely lady. All righty. So, pass the NCLEX. What happens?
I want to go to L&D.
Oh, nice. Okay. Do either one of you want to go on further into like your FNP or to a DNP, or you just kind of want to see what's going on?
If it's paid for. I'll do it.
No, I get that. I understand. All right. And how'd you find South College?
My sister went to South College before me. So.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Referral. Love that. That's awesome. All right. And then for you, any advice you have for anybody out there?
Just time manage. Make sure you don't have anything else to do other than nursing school.
Really? I've always heard that it's really, really hard and it's just a lot to take in at one time.
I don't think that it's just hard. I think it's just time consuming. So you need to time manage. It's really about time managing.
All right. Love that. Thank you, ladies. Congratulations. All right. I've actually wandered up on a couple of guys here. All right. What is your program degree in?
BSN.
Oh, BSN. Very nice. Hard program.
Yes.
Hard program. All right. So you pass the NCLEX. Then what?
Then on to residency. I already got it set up, so I'm excited.
All right. Where do you want to be?
I hope to end up doing my NP. I'm hopefully going to be at St. Thomas.
Oh.
So that's I've got it lined up and I'm locked in.
Okay, good. Now, we have an awesome NP program that's all online. So as you're thinking about it, just let you know, little shameless plug out there. How'd you find South College?
So I found South College looking around Nashville. There's a lot of places. So I think this one was like the best fit for my schedule. And I think that was what I was looking for the most. So once I saw how their stuff went, met with the advisors, it was on from there.
Okay, I love that. Thank you. All right, he's got his back to me. So I'm going to stick a microphone in his face. Hey, what's your first name?
Hi, I'm Derek.
Hi, Derek. And you're also BSN?
I am, yes.
Okay. And what was the hardest thing about the program, in your opinion?
Honestly, I had a great time with the program. No complaints. Maybe just time management. Honestly, I think the hardest part was getting up early for clinicals.
Oh, I think that's hard for everybody.
I'm just not a morning person. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's been a great program.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. You pass the NCLEX, then what?
ER nurse.
Oh, you're going to go to the ER. Very nice. Very nice. ER's hard. It is not easy. It's not for everybody. Yeah. Are you going to stay here in Nashville?
No, I'm actually from Kentucky. So from Bowling Green. So that's why when I get up early for clinicals in the morning. It's a really
Yeah, you have a long drive. Oh, so you drove all the way from Bowling Green to Nashville to come to school.
yes,
That's amazing. I love that. And how'd you find South College?
internet search.
See, again, makes this marketer happy. I love that. All right, I'm going to go bother a few more people. Thank you. All right, I'm going to bother you. You're good. What's your first name, honey?
Sheila.
Okay. And you're very lovely, by the way. So what'd you get your program degree in?
Bachelor's in nursing.
Yeah, so you're a BSN. All right. And when you pass the NCLEX, then what? She's laughing. Don't do that. What do you want to do?
I want to be a ICU nurse.
Oh, very nice. ICU. That's good stuff. All right. Love that. How'd you find South College?
I found it through a friend who was attending here before. He graduated about 3 quarters ago. So
Okay.
yeah.
Love that. What advice do you have for somebody who's thinking about becoming a nurse, who's thinking about the BSN program? What advice would you give them?
You can do it. Don't listen to everybody else. You can do it.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
love that.
Just put your mind to it.
Okay. Love that. That's great advice for anything. All right. Congratulations. Thank you. Okay. They look a little scared, a little concerned. Can I get your first name?
Hi, I'm Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. What are you getting your program degree in?
Surgical technology.
Oh, Surge Tech. Very nice. Very nice. That's an awesome program. Did you enjoy it?
Very much. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So when you pass your examination, your certification, where do you want to be?
I already took my exam.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're like really done. That's awesome. All right. So where do you want to work and where are you working now?
Vanderbilt University Medical
Okay.
Center.
You're at Vanderbilt. All right. That's awesome. And you love being in the surgical suite. You're loving that. And you've learned everything, learned how to count. We just got done doing a huge video for Surge Tech, and learning about the count was actually really, really interesting. Yeah, that's awesome. Ladies, can I talk to y'all? Okay. Hi, for the South College podcast. All righty. First name?
Happy.
All right. Love that. That's a great name. What are you getting your program degree in?
Associates in Science of Radiology.
Oh, you're rad. Okay. So Rad Tech. Very nice. How'd you find did you like the program?
I loved it. It was awesome.
Okay. Very nice. How did you find South College?
On the internet, actually.
It seems to be a very popular answer. Okay. I love that. All righty. What advice do you have? Rad Tech is a really nice specialty. What advice would you have for anyone who's thinking about Rad Tech?
I would say just go for it because it's totally worth it in the end. It's a hard program, but the hard work pays off for sure.
I love that. And what's your first name?
Haley.
Okay. Haley, same thing. You're also Rad Tech. Very nice. Okay. How'd you find South College?
From my sister, actually. We were in the same programs together in Rad. So
So you guys are sisters. Oh my gosh. I never would have guessed that. Lovely. Okay. Very cool. So it's easy. So you had somebody to study with.
Right, yeah. So if I had any questions, like I had someone to go to and study with. So it's nice.
Yep. All right, you guys, when you pass your certification, on what?
We have both jobs lined up right after. So
Yeah, where are you going?
Premier.
and then
Premier. Okay, got it. So you're going to actually an outpatient, like it's an outpatient facility. Very nice. And were they excited to get you guys?
I think so.
yes.
Yeah, love that. Congratulations to you both. Thank you. All right, I have the trifecta of awesome here that I'm so excited to run into. So I actually have a mother and son who are graduating together in the same program. What's your first names?
Cynthia.
My name is Andrew.
Oh, this is awesome. And you're both walking today for the ASN. That's pretty awesome. Love that.
Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
excited?
I am very excited.
I love that. Okay, so who convinced who to go to school?
She did, of course.
Yeah, so it was your idea.
Absolutely my idea.
Yeah. And you said, all right, kid, you don't get a choice. You get to
I said you get a choice, but I'm leaning more towards that you need to do this.
Yeah.
But you have a choice.
why nursing?
It's a passion for helping people. It's something that comes from the heart.
Yeah. What about you?
We've both always had that same passion.
Okay, I love that. All right, so now the NCLEX is looming. All right, so what do we want to do after we pass the NCLEX?
We want to start working.
Okay, but where?
Maybe Centennial, just a hospital.
Okay, love that, love that. What about you?
I will be with TriStar as well. I'm currently at Vanderbilt, but I will be at TriStar.
Oh, love that. That's awesome. Well, this has been incredible today, speaking to so many students and now graduates and proud family members, seeing the hundreds and hundreds of students cross the stage to receive what they have worked so hard for. And we had a lot of fun too. But we're not done. Coming up after the break, we are spending an afternoon with the next generation of healthcare leaders. Our Nashville campus is hosting the HOSA International Leadership Conference Competition. HOSA is the Health Occupation Student of America, and it's a really incredible organization for the future of healthcare leaders from middle school, high school, and college. We are live on the ground watching competing students and South College faculty on hand as judges for this prestigious event that draws more than 13,000 students and 2,000 educators from around the globe each year. Stick around, we'll be right back.
When you start your new career path at South College, you'll join students from different walks of life at varying stages in their lives. Many students are going back to school to finish degrees, while others are pursuing elevated education that will help them improve their potential in their current roles or for chasing a new direction. South College offers over 100 programs and concentrations with specialized focus on associate, bachelor's, master's, educational specialist, and doctoral degrees in healthcare, business, technology, education, and legal studies. We are regularly developing new academic programs based on local, regional, and national trends. Each curriculum is designed to promote development of knowledge and skills in the associated discipline as we challenge and support our students. South College is committed to providing intellectual, social, and professional development to a diverse student body. With locations in Knoxville, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, Asheville, North Carolina, Orlando, Florida, Indianapolis, Indiana, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Dallas, Texas, and Marietta, Georgia, as well as programs delivered through Competency-Based Education, or CBE, and online. We're here with you every step of the way, starting with the admissions process. To find out more, visit South College at south.edu. South College, where dreams find direction.
All right, we are actually here at our Nashville campus, and we are live with the HOSA International Leadership Conference. And I have actually come up upon our Dean of Academic and Student Services, Jennifer Carroll. Hi, Dean Carroll.
Hello, good morning.
All right, so tell me a little bit more about what we're doing here at South College and hosting. Gosh, how many students are here today?
We have 90 here today. We had over 60 here yesterday.
Wow. Okay, so what are they here to tell us a little bit about HOSA, why they're here, and what they're doing?
Absolutely. Nashville is hosting where they have over 13,000 HOSA members, high school students in town at the convention center, and they're competing in different categories related to their specialty. So at South College, we are hosting, again, about 150 students this week, having them come in and do different skills checkoffs.
Okay, so tell me, what does HOSA stand for? What do they do?
So HOSA is really designed, well, first of all, HOSA stands for Health Occupations Students of America. These are high school students who know that they want to go into some sort of health-related field after high school. And the whole premise behind it is getting those students prepared, having hands-on exposure. They compete in different categories, are eligible for scholarships, and it's really just something that is very student focused or focused for students wanting that type of experience in their career.
No, that's awesome. So these are really really smart, great students, I would assume, if they're taking it, to the next level and competing.
Absolutely. Yes. These students are kind of top of the tier in terms of grades, GPA, ambition, and they take this very seriously. They are on campus doing, for example, we have those that are having to perform nursing type skills. How do you change a dressing, or in like a physical rehab setting? Taping up, bandaging up an injured foot. How do you transport patients? We have a large group in our dental hygiene clinic that are having to go through and do very specific tasks in that piece of the competition related to dental hygiene.
Oh, that's really cool. So they're really learning from competition, but they're actually learning a lot about the field that they're interested in. And because it's an international conference, they're obviously meeting kids from all over the country and all over the world, right?
Absolutely. Yes. This Nashville happens to be the international location or the international conference location this year. So they have, I'm pretty sure, students from all across the world.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. All right, as I'm walking around the HOSA event, I've actually happened upon Jill Heinz, who is one of the folks here that's in charge of the HOSA event. So tell me a little bit more about the organization and what HOSA actually means for these kids and why they're here.
So HOSA is future health professionals, anyone who wants to go into a health professional field. And it's an organization where students come together and they learn about different events and they compete for first, second, and third prizes at their local level, regional level, state level, and then international level. These students learn how to be professionals. They learn communication skills. They can do hands-on skills pertaining to their future profession. They can do testing. There's so many avenues. Every student, whether you're shy or outgoing, you can do speaking contests. You can do just a test if you just are studious. It's a great way for students to interact. When they get to the international level, they all come together in one place. It's Nashville this year, and they meet each other and greet each other, and they compete against each other, the best of the best.
Yeah, I'm watching them come in the door and they're very serious. They've got their scrubs on, they've got their notebooks out. They all have game faces on. So they're here to compete. And it seems like the kids that are here today in day two, these are like the best of the best.
They are. So the students who are doing hands-on skills day 2 have already taken a written test for knowledge, and now they get to do the hands-on piece. In South College today, we have dental assisting, nursing assistant, and medical assisting taking place. And yesterday, we had clinical nursing. We do have other surrounding areas that also are housing some other competitions, like the zoo and different places like that. So it's a great experience for them to get out into an environment where they actually are higher level to get to use the facility's resources.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, in your estimation, how many kids are here total in Nashville?
There are 15,000 people here. Now, there's about 13,000 competitors and then 2,000 either parents or teachers, chaperones, helpers.
That's amazing. And for South College, we're so excited to just play a small part in all of this and hosting the competitions. And they're being judged by our faculty?
They are being judged by faculty. They're also judging by other health professionals in their field who are experts. Yes.
Yeah. That's amazing. So when do they get to go home? How long are they here for?
Generally, they're here for 4 or 5 days. Some people come an extra day or two to see the sights around the city, but competition ends Friday night, and then they have awards on Saturday, and then generally they head home on Sunday.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, this has been inspiring today. And what an incredible time for our Nashville campus, saying goodbye and good luck to hundreds of graduates and hello to the future of healthcare with these incredible high school students we met today on campus competing for the HOSA International Conference Awards. The future of healthcare is very bright at South College. This could be you. What are you waiting for? At South College, we have over 100 programs and concentrations from certificates all the way to doctoral degrees across healthcare, business, technology, legal studies, and more. You've got the dream, and South College has the direction. With 10 campuses across 7 states, plus online and CBE, there's a pathway for you at South College. Hope you enjoyed this latest episode of Live from South College. The Live from South College podcast is a production from South College Marketing. Thanks for joining me for this very special episode live from the 2025 graduation in Knoxville and Nashville, Tennessee, and also for the 2025 HOSA International Leadership Conference. This was a blast. If you love it, give us some stars, and you can always send us feedback by emailing us at southcollegepodcast@south.edu. Have an awesome day and let your dreams find direction. See you next time.